Hello, friends. My name is Naja Hall. I am a family and life coach and a wellness expert. Today, I want to talk about those bad thoughts, the things that go bump in the night in your brain, those things that keep you from making progress, those very things that keep your relationship stifled, maybe your position on your job, some of your relationships with other family members, whatever. It is these things that keep you stuck. Did you know that our brain, smartest machines known to man, human, machine, whatever, our brains function simply to protect us, to keep us safe, right? But let's just say you're 2 years old and you see a fire. Fire is interesting to a 2-year-old. It's colorful, the flames, it looks different. 2-year-old, you're a kid, you want to go up and touch it. There's probably some adult, some authority figure, hopefully, that is around you, and they say, stop it. No, they do something to startle you. And if you were anything like me, that didn't really deter you. So you had to go and find out for yourself. Meaning, boom, you stuck your finger in there, it's hot, it hurts, it is painful. If you're smart, you listen to other people when they tell you to stop. But then if not, if experience is a teacher for you, then once you get burned, your brain sends a signal saying, hey, that fire, that orange thing, those flames, those are going to cause you pain. Don't go near them. And so permanently, for as long as you're going to be here, now you know that fire is hot. So imagine if your brain does that every single time it perceives trouble. Maybe you've been in a relationship and had your feelings hurt, or you've been lied to by a certain type of person. Maybe your parents hurt you over and over again, and there was this one trigger word that they would use, and now strangers out there use it, and your brain, this amazingly awesome machine, shoots a signal and says, watch out for that person. Remember, your parents hurt you when they used to say that thing. So in order to protect you, your brain will sometimes create a cognitive distortion, because the brain in all its might is not a perfect thing. Nothing's really perfect. It's going to make mistakes. And its key job is to keep you safe, keep you breathing, keep you alive, motor functions, all that good stuff. But when it comes to cognitive skills that help us meander through this cold, hard world, our brain is trying its best to help us. And so what I do with a lot of my clients is we identify those cognitive distortions. Cognitive means the ability to think. Distort is to skew or stretch or pull something out of shape. There's these things that are going to keep you up all night because your brain is trying to help you process. Maybe you're super happy in your relationship, but your partner did something that reminds you of an ex back from college. And this partner has not committed any offenses. They've not given you any reason to think that you should not trust them. However, there's this very familiar thing. It's hot. It has a flame. It's like fire. And you say, your brain is saying, wait a minute, this person that you love, that you're laying next to, they have the propensity to burn you. Remember when you were 2 years old? Remember what that old partner did? Your brain sometimes is trying to help you, but it's harming you and it's keeping you from progressing. Some people's brains are so unique, and they interact with other chemicals in their body and other environmental factors that they lead them into anxiety or depression, and they can't seem to come out of it. Now, if you're a person that's clinically diagnosed, or you think that you might need a clinical diagnosis, you're going to need a little bit more help than this video. There's absolutely nothing wrong with psychotherapy. There's absolutely nothing wrong with taking medication to keep you or get you back to a stable place. However, if you're a person that finds that sometimes your brain kind of veers off into la la land, this is for you. One of the methods that I use is a stop word. I talk about this all the time on my podcast, my videos, whatever, to clients, a stop word. When you're laying there, and the example I'm going to use is a relationship, because that's what a lot of my clients need help with. When you're laying there next to your partner, it's nighttime, you guys just had a beautiful day. They took you out on a surprise picnic. You went to the movies afterwards. They got you flowers. You made amazing love afterwards, and you're laying there. You're ruminating in these thoughts. The bad ones are starting to creep in, and all of the good deeds are starting to leave. Stop it. Stop. Sometimes in the beginning of you developing your stop word, you're actually probably going to have to physically say it. And people are going to think you're crazy, but oh well, aren't we all? So stop. And my stop word is girl, bye. Like, Naja, you are thinking these crazy thoughts. You literally had a great day. You got flowers, you got dinner. You have no reason to think anything bad is going to happen. So stop it. And girl, bye. Or be pleased, or whatever it is that you're going to say. These are the things that you are going to do to call yourself back to attention. And it's kind of everything that I'm offering you is kind of corny. Like, it's not cool stuff, but it works because what you're doing ain't cool. This stuff works. All right, so you got your stop word. You're going to do that. Next is visualizing. Literally visualizing yourself. When you're able to identify, oh my gosh, these bad thoughts are creeping in again. They're happening. It's happening again. You know you are making progress when you've been able to identify that these thoughts are happening again. And so when it starts to happen, you're going to immediately recognize it. Once you use your stop word, okay, cool, you're going to start to reaffirm, or affirmations. Use some affirmations. For example, your brain is saying, this person, what if they hurt you? What if they're lying to you? What if they cheat on you? Your affirmations are literally positive things that you're going to say to reaffirm all of those distortions. You're going to basically knock them out. So next, visuals. I love creating visuals when I'm speaking to clients and even to help myself work through emotional conundrums. And this one is kind of disgusting, but this is what I got right now. Like, I've been thinking about doing a colon cleanse. Everybody knows what a colon cleanse is. It's kind of like this purification thing for your entire system, and it makes you go to the bathroom. So I've been doing a lot of Google and a lot of research. So this is the most recent example that I can think of. On all the colon cleansing websites, like, people are talking about corn for some reason. Corn, yeah. And this is going to get gross, guys, but this is going to give you a visual that's going to stick in your head. So the human body really doesn't digest corn very well. And so a lot of people on these websites that I'm reviewing right now, when I'm trying to pick out the best colon cleanse, talk about, oh my God, I see corn in my poop. Your body doesn't get rid of it. It doesn't break it down. So when they go look at their poop, they can literally see these kernels of corn. It sounds crazy. That's why you got to chew your food. And so the corn is there. I would like to equate a bad thought to a little piece of corn. Corn would be harmless by itself, but think about your digestive tract. It's like, what, 80 feet long, 100 feet long? I'm not sure. But it's like squiggly and and it leads down to one surface, which helps you to expel. And we're going to say our digestive tract is our psyche. And the expelling process is kicking out those bad thoughts, okay? So this corn, though, you got these little bits of corn that are like all throughout the digestive tract. And what happens is when you start putting more and more stuff in there, mucus, other food, other things get attached to the corn. So instead of, it starts off as this little kernel, but then it grows and grows and grows. It's almost as if it's taken root, made a home, and now it's like infesting an entire area. The same thing happens when you let a bad thought stay in your head without going through the process of removing it. The bad thought takes root and you start to kind of consider it as a truth. Maybe this is true. Maybe he is going to do this. Maybe they are going to hurt me. Maybe they are lying. Maybe they will disappoint me. And then because you believe this, those thoughts will start to translate into action. You start treating your person a different way. You start saying different things. You start moving differently. It's just basically a chain reaction from there. It's a domino effect. So before that happens, before this corn gets to implant itself in your psyche, you got to use your stop word. Use little visualizations, little things so you can literally, not only in conjunction with your stop word, use visualizations to help you to picture what you are actually doing. Sometimes you're going to have to close your eyes and be like, oh my God, I see corn. I see something getting stuck. I see it's going to grow. It's going to take root. It's going to make an infestation all over my body, in my relationship, on my job, in my home, whatever. And it's not going to be good. The last thing that you can do is begin to say affirmations. I personally write down my affirmations. And if you are in a situation where you know you have these same cognitive distortions, you think every time you meet a good person, you meet a new girl or guy or whatever, get in a new relationship, you're on a third, fourth date, things are going well, you notice yourself starting to have the same thoughts. It's that tricky mind again. It's your mind saying, remember in the third grade when little Jimmy or Janet Butler rejected you? That's going to happen again. Because sometimes if we don't get rid of that stuff, it stays with us, remember? And it grows and grows and grows and it sprouts. And then some of us start to actually walk, talk, smell, and look exactly like our traumas of the past if we don't expel it, if we don't get rid of it. So what you can do when you have these cognitive distortions pop up is start to reaffirm yourself. Make a list. If you're very new at this, make a list. Get yourself a sheet of paper. On one side, you're going to have your cognitive distortion. And on the other side, you're just going to simply label it the truth. For example, write this down. This person is going to hurt me. And then the truth is, I simply don't know how this person is going to be or if they're going to hurt me. But I know they are not little Jimmy or Janet Butler that hurt me in kindergarten. That's pretty long, but you catch my drift. A lot of us have things that we'll tell ourselves. Maybe I'm not really smart, or I'm not too talented, or I don't deserve love, or I don't deserve this happiness. Literally, you have to write things down and commit them to memory so that every time one of these lies pops up in your brain, you have something to refute it. You can expel it, you can get rid of it, you can obliterate it right there on the spot. Ultimately, what you're doing is retraining your brain. You're unlearning the trauma and you're replacing it with something positive. Through repetition and allowing yourself to start to form a habit of replacing the bad with the good and recognizing the bad and immediately flushing it out, you're on your path to mindfulness. I'm Coach Naja Hall. I hope this short video helped you. And if it did, please like, share, subscribe, and follow and all that good stuff. For more tips or to book a personal session, please visit me at najahall.com.